Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Journal Entry. It is my opportunity each week to go over what happened both in my brick life and my personal life, and look at things kind of to come, in terms of content on the channel. So, as you know, for those who have been watching, and if you're new, thank you so much for joining. Make sure to like, subscribe, all those things. Join me on my journey. The studio, I was trying to get everything as clean as possible. There's been a lot of fun building and halls and all sorts of stuff, and now it's a complete disaster. But it's for a purpose, because I finally have kicked off the Darth Vader MOC series. I've built Darth Vader's castle, the set itself in original form. Review coming in a few weeks. Right now I have a glut of Star Wars reviews coming, so that one I think it's set for like in first week in March. But now I'm actually doing, and I've got to be careful it's not completely connected, but I've started building the base of Darth Vader's castle, and it's essentially I'm expanding it out a little bit. I'm creating some tunnels underneath it, just to really kind of making it my own. Essentially, it's more of a modification slash mock. I'm going to be keeping, I think, some of the original parts, although I don't necessarily. I love how they did some of the meditation chambers and things like that. I don't love like the little. I don't know, like I want to include plate features, but I don't want to, like putting a gun up here doesn't really make any sense to me. So I'm essentially going to keep some of it, but I'm going to try to expand it out, make it maybe another, one more round higher, essentially. And then of course, I'm going to there'll be a little bit more of a true lava fall, and then the lava will actually go through the castle, through to the other side. So, and I'm building it on a 48 by 48 base plate, so that's my limitation. So there are other folks with other huge mocks. I don't have enough parts to just make a massive Darth Vader's castle, which would be great, but I'm essentially going to make it. There'll be a base floor plus another level of rockwork and caves, and then the next level will kind of be the expanded base, just slightly bigger. It's really, I think I'm only making it 4 studs wider originally than the original build. So that's been exciting. I've been putting in a little bit of time and effort, try to put in about a half hour to an hour almost every day, either breaking down, cleaning things. Although, work and stuff like that does get in the way, so I'm probably going to need a day or two off where I just or some long nights where I just kind of go in and go for it and try to really make some progress. I think once this gets going, it'll start to gain some momentum. Hopefully I don't run into any barriers in terms of bricks that I need, but because I've got to get this going before showing this off in Brick World Chicago. So lots of fun with the mock. In terms of content, last week was solid. I've still continued my streak of having a video every day. I think I've had no problem because I'm building a lot. When you're building a lot, I think it's easier just to kind of have a lot of content, whether it's vlog, whether it's reviews, all that kind of stuff. We did the 501st Battle Pack review, the Makari Hall. In perfect timing. This is my first time ever doing this, so I've never bought a set without figs. Usually I see those on eBay and Makari and are kind of like, why would anybody buy it without the figs? But it was just such a deal that I feel like I had to do it. And what's nice about these are all great rockwork colors, and I'm going to need a lot of rockwork for the castle, the mountain that the castle's built into. So really pumped about that. And then I finally did a review on the Bad Batch shuttle right here, this guy. So the season of Bad Batch, so now they had episode 9. I don't know, I'm kind of up and down on it. So I think Bad Batch is a great show ultimately, but I don't know. It feels a little. There's just a few characters that I'm just kind of tired of. I'm really tired of the Sid character. I don't know, like the storyline just isn't. Could be a little bit stronger. It feels like these like little video games where they're like trapping him in caves, or they're getting him into like tough situations and then they magically get out of it. I don't know. It's not. It feels like they've had a couple episodes where it really got good, and then they just kind of, I don't know, fall back into their regular. It is a cartoon in a way, but I don't know. So that's Bad Batch. Launched Vader's Castle MOC starting today. So this is being recorded on a Sunday. And then, so a couple things that that are happening too is that Mercari is another one where I've been doing a lot of buying and selling. It's been a little bit of a cool week, but last week I was selling stuff like crazy, so had a little of the luck of Ronnie and his reselling, but I need a little bit more luck to kind of I'm getting a lot of action online, but I'm not getting a lot of sales. I just wonder if it's that post, like before the tax season, and maybe people are just not buying anything. I don't know what the deal is, but I've got a lot of interest in things, but nobody's buying. So hopefully that turns around. I just need a few here. I just need consistency, like one every couple days or something like that. Really helps, because then it takes a while sometimes to ship and get paid. So you just need a steady pipeline. I have a huge pipeline of stuff I want to get, but I can't do that until I sell some stuff. So that's the trick right now. Maybe it might just be that I don't want to keep lowering my prices because it's taking away from the proceeds, but maybe I just need to keep posting more stuff to sale, like one or two things a week, something like that, to kind of keep a steady flow, and then things will, keep selling. So, because I feel like sometimes it takes a lot of time for things to mature. Somebody like me, I might like something, and then it's on my list, and maybe I'll buy it 6 months later if it's still available. So, I think it's just one of those things where there's a timing issue, right? When you post things to finding the right buyer who's at the right time in their buying cycle, you get lots of top of funnel action, and then it just, you just need to kind of push that final consideration button, right? And some of it may be that discounting it, right, and playing that game. But so anyways, thanks for everybody who is supporting me on Mercari. That was another thing for next week. There's a video, my first video, where due to support of all you, the viewers, I was able to purchase that set. So many thanks to you. And I think that's just about all that. Oh, I totally forgot. So I did make two things. So one is I've been posting a little bit. I kind of had a pause on Instagram, but I've started to try to post not every day, but like once or twice, a few times a week. I've been posting kind of some fun things as I'm going through things, and then Super Bowl was a lot of fun this week. So again, shout out to Builder Buds Ronnie for his Kansas City Chiefs. Then this weekend, Saturday, we went to Chinatown, which was a lot of fun. I did do a short, which my kids thought I was nuts for, but we ate ourselves through Chinatown. We went to a dim sum place. We went to a hot pot place, which we went to Mrs. Goo's hot pot. The family was kind of lukewarm on it. I thought it was great. I think it would be a super fun place. I'd totally recommend it in Chicago. So it's Mrs. Goo's. If you want to check out how it's spelled, I made a shorts video on it. And it kind of showed the hot pot, and you get little skewers, and you pay by the skewer, and then you hot pot it. You pay $10 for like the broth or slash soup, and then you basically cook your food in it, and you only pay for what you eat, which is great. I think that's an awesome way to do it, and it wasn't overly expensive. And then of course we got boba tea and ice cream and all sorts of stuff. So it was a fun day in Chinatown, Chicago. So that was last week, and then yes, I think that's all that I wanted to cover. So again, appreciate you joining me on my journey. We'll catch you next week on another episode of Journal Entry. Bye for now.